I used to really struggle with social anxiety, approach anxiety, feeling like I didn't fit in, feeling like girls didn't like me. The girls I would try to talk to, they definitely didn't take me seriously. And it took until well into my early 20s, like 23, 24, to actually start getting consistent results with women. And that's like 6 years of like obsessing about it. The whole reason I became a dating coach was because I was insecure, the girls didn't like me, so I overcompensated and wanted to get as many girls as possible. So by the time I got those results, I learned a lot about how to get dates and get women to take you seriously and how to attract women. And what I want to talk about today is not the typical, oh, porn and social media is destroying your life, because it's not really that. Here's what's actually happening. When you feel anxious or you feel worried about approaching this girl or being viewed a certain way by people, what you're actually worried about is the limitless possibilities of what could happen. And those limitless possibilities do come from being on the internet all the time, being on social media, and even watching videos like this that are educational, they're trying to teach you stuff. These concepts I talk about in these videos, they're meant to be taken on one at a time. They're not meant to be taken on 10 at a time, 15 at a time. That's gonna cause a bunch of anxiety. There's gonna be too much to focus on when you approach a girl. There's gonna be too much to worry about, too much to deal with, that the average person, even a very smart guy, can't deal with, because he's already dealing with the emotional shit underlying why he's never been good with girls anyway. So when you approach girls, you have all that baggage, plus you're thinking about all these logical things that you learn in videos, plus you're thinking about all the girls that talk shit about men being pieces of shit and approaching and being creepy, being weird on social media. And so all of those options really of things to think about cause a lot of anxiety. It makes it really hard to be perfect, which really is what a lot of this comes down to, is perfectionism, trying to have good game. And that's the problem, okay? So how do you solve that? How do you get rid of that anxiety? Well, you reduce the options. You reduce the possibilities of things to think about. So one, you stop watching videos about dating, okay? I know this hurts my channel. Stop watching videos. Watch maybe one a day, okay? That might not hurt my channel. And then after you're watching one a day, okay, you got and you apply that specific concept that day, okay? You also have to stop scrolling on social media. Every short form video you watch that reinforces some worldview or, you know, puts you in some mental state, whatever, gives you something new to think about, you have to go and reinforce that, or find something in the real world to like reference that, because the lack of real world references is really hurting your ability to think rationally as well. So not only are you overwhelmed with this anxiety of, if I approach this girl, 12 different things can happen to me. You know, I can get yelled at, I get screamed at, I get posted on social media, I get blah, 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 right? Not only is that true, which doesn't actually play out in real life, but also you don't have any real world references. So you're taking all these things that you see on social media, which you could see basically anything on social media if you tried, and you're thinking that that's how the world works. You're looking at Fresh and Fit's podcast in Miami, thinking that that's how girls in Raleigh, North Carolina are, and they're not. Like, that's just not how it is. Miami girls are completely different. So you have all these possibilities of what actually could happen, but you don't have any real world references, any real world experiences that solidify that reality. And so the reason I'm so confident that I can go up to anyone anywhere is because I try to live in the real world as much as possible. And because I live in the real world, I don't overconsume on social media, or I try not to. I don't feel anxious about it because I'm like, I know what the real world is. Okay, I don't know what this fake social media world you're living is, but I know what the real world is. And that's how you talk to people in real life. And not only that, but when you can let go of this overconsumption on social media, too many ideas entering your brain, too much to think about, too much to focus on, you actually start to feel a lot more calm and relaxed, and you feel happier. You feel happier because the world is actually a pretty awesome place. Like, I can go up to anybody, I can smile at them, say what's up, ask how their day's going, and they'll genuinely, unless they're chronically online, which you'd be surprised, there's actually not that many people that are, but unless they're chronically online dumbass, you know, I can have a really good conversation or have fun, have an interesting conversation with somebody. And they're not going to be weird, judgmental. And especially if I come at it from a frame of, I know what the world is and I like the world and I'm not judging anybody. All of these problems that you've had throughout your life, if you've grown up struggling with girls, they come from emotional hangups and incorrect or unhelpful social conditioning. So conditioning yourself that women don't want to be approached. Social conditioning from social media or from videos that you watch on YouTube, whatever, that completely destroy any perception of reality, and you don't ever go out to find out reality for yourself. And that causes even more emotional hangups, right? So you have the real world emotional hangups that you got from the real world of, oh, I'm angry because my ex left me and now all women are like that and I don't want to expose myself to that opportunity for that to happen again, even though the only way to actually get a good relationship is to do that, is to expose myself to that opportunity. So not only do you have those kinds of emotional hangups, but you have emotional hangups around, oh, women on these podcasts I saw are mean, and so women will probably treat me like shit, and so dating's really hard because all these guys on the internet says it's hard, and why would they lie? And so now you're, you know, completely destroying warping any perception of reality or what life could be or what life is possible or the ability to, you know, connect with people and be real. And that's really sad. And that's why your brain's fucked, okay? And I'm the same way. If I'm on social media too much, I'm so shy, like for real. I make a living on teaching guys how to talk to girls. A lot of guys want me to coach them. A lot of guys have been coached by me and they get good results. They get girlfriends, they get relationships, they get lots of dates, they get laid. But I still struggle with it because I have insecurities and I have my own, whatever, emotional hangups, and just like you do. And it's my responsibility, it's your responsibility to work on yours, my responsibility to work on mine. All right? Hopefully today's video was enlightening. I don't know if there's anything specifically actionable to help with, but I think it will help you if you just think about this and realize that that's what's happening when you're feeling that anxiety, when you're feeling like you don't fit in or feeling like you're struggling with this. That's what's happening. So I'll see you guys next one. Peace.